vast majority of your pits in Fredenberg Township were issued conditional use permits without strong reclamation standards. And I need to better understand your request so that when I meet with the pit operators, I know what the goal is here. Is the goal to ask them to put together a reclamation plan if they don't have one and didn't need one previously? Is it to make sure that the pit is operating by the standards that they were issued the conditions for at the time? I need that a little bit more feedback so that I can do the best job I can when I do meet with these operators. Any questions before we dig into the?
We can't talk. You said we weren't going to do that.
After you speak, so that, no.
At the end we can?
No, at the end we're going to have a,
Okay.
I didn't want to have a, there's some limitations I think we can say, but geez, if you request something, we'll respond.
Sure. Okay, so the first one, map reference number 1. I also have copies of the Fredenberg Borrow Pit site visit deal here that I think would probably be helpful to make reference to. But I think in general, taking a look at the map here, or at the aerial, I would like some feedback from the town board. Is the goal here to look at all 14 pits?
Have you actually read the conditional use permits from the 80s and 90s? Because the reclamation standards are pages long, much more descriptive than what they are now. Have you actually looked at them?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Oh, okay. All right. Just because you act like they don't exist, and I've actually read them in depth, and they're actually more particular than they are now in the ordinance. Just so you're aware, the ones that Fredenberg wrote were actually much more in depth. So the 80s and 90s cups, just if you look back, they actually did have quite a in-depth standard to reclamation. So, all right. Sorry.
Well, I'll speak for myself.